All right. Test.
Test.
What do you call it again?
Convincing idiots.
Convincing idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, yo, yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the sea
Awesome.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Convincing Idiots is on in 5, 4, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow idiots, our podcast is strong. We live in uncertain times, but we will prevail. So now, I tell you, with certainty, welcome to the podcast, welcome to the vodcast, welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Zennial. I'd like to think president, because I have the tie.
mm-hmm.
And everyone knows
Brian.
that's all it takes to be the president is a tie. Go ahead.
Sorry. I'm Brian, Gen X.
And I am your millennial this evening, secretary of millennials, if you will. My name is Nick. And we are joining you from our respective homes again this week. If this is your first time joining us, man, let me tell you, you have just found your new favorite podcast.
Sure did.
We are available everywhere that you listen to podcasts. Probably, unless you're on some weird stuff that we don't know about, but all of the main areas that you listen to podcasts, we're there. You can also find links to all of the places we're available on podcast, as well as all of our social media pages and more pictures of Dean's hand for some reason on our
Turning up my
Convincing
volume.
Idiots link tree. That is Convincing Idiots, LINKTREE. Type that into Google, and there it will take you to our link tree. You can go straight to our YouTube page and watch videos of us. You can take you right to our Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Please like, subscribe, rate, review, comment, all those wonderful things on all of those pages. You can also find that information because we were thinking of you when we did this. We're like, hey, what if they can't remember Convincing Idiots Linktree? Maybe they'll be able to remember our website.
What if they're
We
idiots
have one of
like
those.
us?
Maybe. So then they can go to our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com.
Word.
WORDPRESS. Wordpress.com. And there you can find all of the things that I just mentioned. As well as some ways that you can help the show. If you would feel free, if you feel so inclined to, you can learn things about us.
Give
you can
us
see
money.
more pictures of us. You can do whatever you want on
Or
there.
massages.
Massages. We are now accepting donations in the
Mhm.
form of massages.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
Because with the three
here
of us, the massage circle sometimes gets a little awkward. We're a little too close, so we can add a couple
Luckily
people
we-
into the circle.
that's what I always said. Like the good Lord gave me two hands, one for each of my friends. You know what I'm saying? So it's just everybody's getting simultaneous massages. Ain't nobody feel left out. Because
What exactly do you do with those two hands?
Apparently, just two friends. That's okay. That's why I got the two hands.
Well, I am very excited to see what you do with those two hands.
If I find two more friends, I just might use my feet.
Ooh, can I take dibs on the feet?
Hashtag Nick's feet.
Yeah. I've never
I am
wanted to
very
use a
proud to
hashtag
report.
more.
I'm very proud to report that hashtag is already a thing.
There you go. That's right.
I may or may not have put a tribute video together. It got a little messy.
Mm.
Yep.
So, Brian, we're begging you for the love of God, please bring us back on the rails for this episode.
We need an adult here.
Yeah.
Need an adult.
Yeah. So so I'll tell you how I am. So I last weekend big news for me. I got another vehicle. I've been driving
Woohoo!
a 2008 Mazda 3. I'd been driving. I got it new all those years
Now,
ago.
the main
Good.
feature I'm curious in as to this new vehicle, can you access the trunk from the outside?
Can I access the trunk from the outside of the car?
Yeah.
Yes. It's a hatchback.
Yes.
So
It's a big plus.
yeah. So
Because
you're
the
already
previous
up
one
there.
did not do that, right?
Well, the last one I had my
Say it.
somebody had rear-ended my
Aw.
vehicle. Yes.
He was going to word it
so
the very wrong way there.
Yeah. So the trunk was not working. It was not accessible any longer, and like I said, it was time.
So
the
now
body was
what you're
starting
saying
to go.
is your trunk is now accessible.
That's right, wide open.
Wide open. Okay, good.
Wide open for business.
Let
That's
me
right.
write
So,
that
Yes.
one down.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll give them a shout out. Brunswick Mazda in the Northeast Ohio area, but Brunswick, Ohio.
So next time you get rammed in the rear, you know where to go.
That's right. Very helpful sales folks and finance folks, and they happen to have a vehicle on the premises that I liked, and
You're
that's
going to
what-
love
I gotta
this
see
rear.
it. That's right. Got a CX-30, so it's a mini SUV that Mazda has.
Now-
and
Now, your old
that's it.
car, Brian, you said that you've had it since it was new.
That's right.
So this was a Model T?
Sure feels that way.
Okay.
I tell you what, the difference in driving up to the dealership in that 2008,
That's
was
because you
starting to
pushed
go-
it to the dealership.
just about. The guy was like, did the guy drive it here? That's what he wanted to know. It was the difference in money
You
that I was
drove
going to get.
this?
It's like, did you drive a vehicle here with 230,000 miles on it? I'm like, yep. So, yeah. That sucker started right up every day for 14 years or about 14 years, whatever. But like I said, it was time. So,
Did he look at you
Very
and
nice
ask you how many
car, I love
miles
it.
you had on you?
well, it was clear I had, it was probably the equivalent
Sure.
of 230,000 car miles, give or take. You know.
Rode hard, put away wet.
But driving a car up to it with a 2008 vehicle to driving home with in 2022 with 17 miles on it when I got it was, you can imagine, a vast difference in everything: the ride, the feel, the technology. The technology in these cars anymore is pretty amazing. It's like
You can
Anyway,
hit a
just-
button and some noises come out of these little round things on the doors. It's amazing. It's like somebody's
Yeah.
in there with you.
That's right. Yeah, pretty amazing stuff. So yeah, that was my highlight, and spent some nice quality time with Allie. It was real good. So
He's
nice
just really
nice weekend all the way around.
he's just really happy that when he presses the horn, it doesn't go auga auga.
Yeah, the squeezing the horn out the window, and the hand signals,
Right.
Manual hand signals. Yeah. Yep. It was that time. The mule pushing it around town,
Right.
in the back. I was like pulling the lever, and it was
Pushing-
like, it would lift the thing up in the back, and it
Pushing
would
that
go,
ass.
and and the mule would push it, trying to eat the stuff, and it would shut, So
Where do the reins
It's
come
time.
out of? Where's that at?
Where does he get a donkey? Well, he was in Tijuana one weekend.
yeah, so that's what I got going on. So Nick, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well.
You look well.
Thanks. You're sweet to say that.
No. You look like a well. Your mouth is so gaping and open
Oh,
that I just
yeah,
want to put
well.
things in there.
that's another popular hashtag if you search around hard enough on Instagram. No, we as some may have seen on our Instagram post, but the three of us gentlemen, as well as our the date that we were lucky enough to have last
Oh
Thursday.
yeah, Thursday.
We went
Yes,
to go
yes.
see the Foo Fighters Studio 666 movie.
Mhm.
My mother was kind enough to buy us all tickets, as she is a big fan, and she had the availability to buy some tickets. So
Mhm.
I did that on Thursday. That was really
All of
good.
us went on a date with Nick's mom.
That's true.
That is
That
a
is
very
right.
accurate statement.
And I was very
Yep.
impressed with those cinemas. It was the Kent Plaza cinemas, I think it was.
They were awesome.
We all had
Yeah.
recliners. I mean,
Yeah, it's nice.
seats, kickback, cup holders. It was awesome.
Everybody I told that to was like, "Yeah, I know." Like that's not a big
Oh,
thing.
like everyone
And the
knew about
three
it,
of
but
us were
nobody
like
ever
fucking
told us about it.
rubes. Like we just walked out of the hills and we saw electricity for the first time.
Right.
Oh my God, leather
Don't
seats.
Don't have these seats in Barbertown.
Right.
We don't have any
Yeah.
seats in Barbertown. Everybody sits on the floor.
I was excited because the popcorn selection, they had cheddar popcorn.
Yeah. Sharp cheddar, white cheddar.
Yeah.
And they had all the cheddar.
Yep.
We were
Yeah.
swimming in cheddar.
I'm like, we are luxury.
Why is it called Invincing Idiots?
Because we're
It is.
idiots and we're trying to convince people to listen to us. And I'm
And
trying to
convince
convince you to go to
children
bed.
to go to bed.
That's right. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Hi, guys.
Yep. He
Hi.
says hi.
Hi.
Oliver says hi.
Hi.
There's
Hi,
the man.
Oliver.
Hi.
There he is.
All right.
Yep.
Go to bed.
Night.
Love you.
Yep.
Good night.
Do-
And
why
I
don't
love
you-
all of you. So
Why don't you
anyway,
just put our show on in his room? He'll go to sleep like instantly.
That's
That's right.
true. I've
Mhm.
had I've heard really good things about us lulling people to sleep. People
That's
are
right.
very appreciative. People with
Oh, yeah.
insomnia, very good.
We are putting people to sleep promptly in Germany.
That's right.
That's what I hear.
That's right.
That's right.
One
Yeah.
idiot at a time.
That's
That's
right.
correct. What did we do this weekend, though? I don't know what we did this weekend.
You went to Michigan, right? I see pictures.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's
You
right.
sure
We went
did.
to Michigan, took a little road trip north of the border there, had a delicious, massive cheeseburger.
Yeah.
It was a nice little trip, just the wife and I. So, yeah, it was a good little weekend, spending some quality time and things of that nature. So,
Very good.
yeah,
I like your trips to Michigan. That's all.
yes,
Mhm. They're
good
good.
stuff.
They're good
It's
stuff.
good stuff. Dean, what you been up to, man?
Well, other than giving the State of the Idiots address, State of the Union Idiots address, however you want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Hence my
Mhm.
tie. I had to look professional tonight because of the State of the
Very
Union
important
is on.
sounding. Mm-hmm.
Did you say very poor sounding? I get that a lot.
No, very, very important sounding. Is
sounding. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I got to check these headphones. Other than that, been moving stuff. Got everybody all in, and we're all just unpacking things, and
Unpacking things?
yeah, got a new rug.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna pack something new. That's what I'm gonna do. No, yeah, just working and living, and I fought a bear. Other than that, pretty average stuff.
Yeah,
totally.
nice. And Nick, you'd mentioned off camera that your son had something interesting going on this coming weekend. We were talking about
Yeah.
maybe seeing the Batman, but we couldn't do that. So what was going on with him?
Yeah, this coming weekend, my oldest son Lane has a Destination Imagination competition. So they do this for however many weeks, through the year, and then they practice, and it's just a creative thinking kind of thing where they get on a team together, and him and his other classmates do different kind of challenges. They might give you materials and things like that, and you have to do some sort of creative thinking exercise to solve a problem or make a mechanism work or act out a skit or something like that. So that's what they are doing this weekend. So, but it's a long day. It starts early in the morning and it goes throughout the day, but all people from all different schools come into town, and
Yeah, I
they
remember that. That's
take
long.
turns going to different classrooms, doing different challenges and things like that. And then they get time in between and breaks and things like that. But it's a long day, but it's cool. He enjoys doing it. So
Good.
That's cool. So,
yeah.
So Dean, were you ever in any creative thinking events as a child to solve problems, or?
I wasn't even on a thinking team, let alone a creative thinking team.
Dean was on a creative drinking team when he was a child.
That's true. I was on a lot of
He
creative
drank-
drinking teams.
He drank mouthwash. That was creative. Yes.
He's a senior member today.
That's right.
Yeah.
We went to nationals. It was amazing.
Yeah.
All right. How about let's get into some idiot reviews? And actually, you already brought up something there that we all had sort of.
Yes.
I had forgotten I'd seen since the
Mhm.
last episode. I remember the evening. I forgot it was since we last shot. But
Yeah.
the Foo Fighters Studio 666 movie. It was a great time with you guys and your lovely mother. Very generous. So we had a great time together.
Very
A lot of
generous.
the The theater. That's right. Yes. Well, that was after she dropped Nick off, Dean, if you recall. You know.
Okay, bye, Mom. You just going home? Text me when you get home. She never texts.
Mm-mm.
Never text.
Yep. No, but great time, and
Which phone went dead with all those videos? sorry.
Convincing Idiots Patreon account. Check it out.
That's right.
Special
Great
content.
plug. It's a good plug.
Post Nick drop off. Yeah, it's in the $2 membership.
$2.
Wow.
My sweet mother is worth more than $2. Come on.
$2 monthly. That's just
That adds up,
No, Well, Nick, since you mentioned it first, what did you think of the Foo Fighters Studio 666 movie, sir?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was exactly what I thought it was. If anybody has seen the trailer for this movie, it's what you think it is. It's goofy. It's fun. There's definitely a lot of comedy. It actually, if anything surprised me, it was probably like the effects of the movie and the horror side of it was I guess maybe a little bit more of a serious part of the storyline than I was expecting. I didn't know exactly what to think of the storyline or what it was going to be. You kind of get the drift of the synopsis when you watch the trailer, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I laughed a lot through it. There were some parts that were just I was rolling. Very funny, and certainly looked like it was fun for them to do. So it was just a fun movie. I mean, it's definitely, if you're a hardcore horror fan, I don't know, you might still like it. Like I said, the effects I was pretty impressed by the effects.
Yeah.
And over the top kill scenes, that was one of my favorite,
There was a lot
aside
of
from the
fun.
comedy and the dialogue, but it was, the over the top, just kill scenes were a lot of fun. And it was pretty run of the. I mean, it's kind of what I expected it to be, but I enjoyed it a lot. It was a lot of fun to watch. What about you guys?
Dean, what do you think?
I exactly what Nick said. It was a lot of fun. I don't think you're gonna have as much fun with a B movie. You know what I mean? It took you back to all those kind of B horror movies with the over the top kill scenes, but like Nick said, with better effects. The acting was, it was the Foo Fighters. They're not actors, but I think that was a lot of the charm of it. The effects were awesome. The kill scenes, the one with the without spoiling anything, the one with the two people in bed, that kill scene was awesome. If there's any scene that explains the movie, it's that. And I don't care if it's not, it doesn't really give away that much, but the fight scene between Dave Grohl and Jeff Garland, where they're just kicking each other in the balls back and forth.
Oh yeah.
That's just good old fashioned humor. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It especially, again, thank you to Nick's mom, Jennifer. She's very gracious to get us those tickets, and it was one of those surprise things. Hell, we didn't even know about it. I think Nick did, but he forgot for
I knew like a month in advance. You didn't know about it
Mm-hmm.
until like 3 days before. Yeah.
Right. She is a great friend. Nick, probably not so much. But yes, again,
I was still up in the air if I was still going to be speaking to the two of you at the time.
Okay, that's
like I didn't know if we'd still be friends.
No, I get that,
I take
totally.
it like kind of on maybe like 3 to 4 day
Mhm.
basis. You know what I mean? So I don't invite you to stuff too far in advance because I don't know if we're still going to be friends or not. So
that makes actually a lot of sense.
Yep.
But I'm glad I went with you guys. It was fun. I was kind of upset that because Nick, he's adorable. Like he cuts the hole in the popcorn and whatnot, but he sat next to Brian, and Brian ate all the popcorn without any hands. Anyways, it was a good time. It was a very good time, guys. It was
them kernels were good and buttered.
Something popped.
Yeah, we'll add as well that we put a tweet out there that we saw the movie, and we tagged the movie and the Foo Fighters and stuff, and the actual director of the film commented on our tweet. which was
He quote tweeted us.
He did.
Mhm.
that's right. Yeah, he shared our tweet and he told us to enjoy the film or something like that. Enjoy.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. So
Do you think
We're
I
doing
was
big
very
things,
surprised?
boys.
Do you think he's going around
What's
telling
that?
his friends that a global podcast
course.
tweeted about his movie?
yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
He's probably like, now people in Germany will know about this movie. I bet that's what he thought.
That's right. Exactly.
I bet
right.
you.
That makes sense.
Check out, do some research. Check out the demographics here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Hasselhoff. Give me an idiot.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I wanted
I
this.
just found
I
our
wanted
next
this film
t-shirt.
with.
Yeah,
What's that?
like that.
That's our next T-shirt. Fuck Hasselhoff. Give us an idiot.
There you go.
That's right.
Yep. Exclusive German T-shirt.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wanted this movie with zero expectations. It was just I'm going to have fun and watch this movie with my friends, and that's it. Went in there, and I'm not a huge Foo Fighters fan. I like them. I like Dave Grohl. I think he's that. And yeah, I'm with you guys. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I was pleasantly surprised, and like you said, it added to the charm that these guys are not actors. Dave Grohl was actually quite good. I thought he was.
Mhm.
He was.
Yeah.
Definitely above average. But the supporting cast was great. It was great to see Kerry King from Slayer make a
Yeah,
appearance.
yeah, that was cool.
in the film.
Lionel Richie was awesome in it.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's right.
That was very surprising and very awesome.
Yeah. Just a great blend of I posted on our Facebook page. Great blend of rock and roll, horror, legit horror,
Sure.
and comedy. I mean, I don't laugh out loud at too many newer movies. Maybe it's just I don't know, but this one I did definitely laughed out loud several times in the film with the funny dialogue and everything else. So, yeah, I mean, if you like the Foo Fighters, if you like campy horror, like you say, the B movie type horror stuff.
I like
Or just
camping
like,
with horse.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it more than some of the Scream, the scary movie. I'm trying to say the scary movie type stuff.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
Some of that got way over the top. This was
Gotta get these
I don't know,
headphones
this
checked.
was better done than some of those. So yeah, go check it out if you like any of that stuff. You'll enjoy the film for sure. So
Yeah.
In my review,
mhm.
if I give my review of
Go
what
ahead.
I watched, ties into this. The Hot Ones. I don't know. Is it a webisode? Is it a YouTube channel? You can find it on Netflix, YouTube, anywhere. But the Hot Ones.
Mhm.
By the way, the
Is it about Nick and I? Is that the
No,
Nick and I
no, 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 no.
documentary
Mhm.
we're doing?
no. That is
That is Brian and I's YouTube channel alone.
That's right.
Hot
Oh yeah,
Ones.
right.
man.
The Hot Ones.
God, man. Keep that separate.
You're giving away all the secrets here.
Yeah.
No, but the YouTube channel is called First We Feast, and Hot Ones is the TV show, whatever you want to call it. But Dave Grohl was on it. It's if anybody's not familiar, he has celebrities on, and guy Sean is his name, and he gets a celebrity on, and they eat 10 hot wings, and each one progressively gets hotter. Each sauce they try, and he's asking them questions, and they have to answer regular interview questions while eating the hottest wings possible. Great show, and Dave Grohl was the guest this week, and it was quite funny. He brought whiskey. They were drinking.
Made some
in it.
blacktooth grins for everybody.
Yeah, it was very good. So that's my recommendation. Check out the Hot Ones with Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
Very good.
Did you watch
Excellent.
that, Brian, too? That episode?
You know what? I didn't watch. I forgot to watch it. I'll watch it later.
Yeah, it was very good. It was just you could tell that. I mean, there's been a lot of good and usually there's something. I don't know if it's the fact that they're eating together or there's something about that interviewing style, or maybe that guy that is the host of the show is just a really great interviewer. But it's always a lot of fun, and they get people to kind of show their personalities through the questions they ask.
He's a really good interviewer.
The conversation he is. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think it's
Sean Evans is his name.
Sean Evans. Okay. Yeah, but it was really cool. That one was different. I've not seen like every episode, but I've seen a handful of them, especially when someone of interest to me is on it.
Yeah.
I've never seen someone bring their own alcohol, so that was kind of fun.
Yeah. That was fun.
But you could tell like he was really having a good time with that. And Dave Grohl's one of those guys that like he
you want to be his
has
friend.
he has that aura that like he's just cool as shit. Like he's just and not in a way that like he's cool. It's like he's just cool as shit to be around. Like he he has that magnetism that people want to be around him and stuff like that. He just seems like a really effortlessly nice, down to earth, cool guy.
I mean,
Everything
rock
I've
and
ever
roll
seen
is
him in.
cool, though. I mean,
That's true, but I'm saying it's not even like a cool, like that way cool. Like you're too cool. Like it's like he just seems like he's just a really awesome person to be around. Like if you met him, he'd be your best
Sure.
friend.
you know what else?
He'd slide right into this podcast.
You know what
It's
else
like
is
we
cool?
just he could be that third tile with me and Brian. It would be like
you know what else? You know what else is cool?
what's that?
Insurance.
Oh,
Mhm.
sure.
Insurance is very cool. And let me tell you about the coolest insurance in school. It is Blake Insurance. Blake Insurance is an Erie insurance agency located in Barberton, Ohio. They provide auto, home, renters, business, and life insurance with honesty, decency, and affordability. Erie Insurance is above all else in service. You want to call 234-571-5359 or visit BlakeInsuranceLLC.com for your free 5-minute quote today. And when you do, go ahead and make sure you tell them that Convincing Idiots sent you, and tell them play you some rock and roll, because Mr. Aaron Blake does our intro music and outro music, so he could probably throw you out a riff there if you ask nicely. And
That's right.
give you
I was gonna
great
say
insurance.
it's a very good tie-in because Aaron Blake is something of akin to a Dave Grohl.
Mhm.
Just you want to be his friend. Super cool. Plays the guitar. I mean,
That's right.
he might be Dave Grohl or somehow related to Dave Grohl.
He could be.
If Dave Grohl sold insurance,
Although
he would work for Blake Insurance Agency.
Dave Grohl curses a lot more than Aaron Blake does.
True.
So,
But Aaron is also coming out with his own horror movie as well. I don't know if he told you guys about that.
I didn't. What is it? What's it
Yes.
called?
I can't disclose that information.
I thought you had a joke there. I was trying to help you.
Nope. I was like, well, that was the joke, but now you're wanting more, and I have nothing to give you.
Sorry.
So,
I thought you were
that's not
throwing
real.
I thought you were saying.
Aaron, I don't think it's coming out.
Electric.
That's
Oh,
kind of what I thought he was doing.
I got it.
That's
I
what
got
I
it.
thought. I was helping him out here.
I've got it.
Mhm.
I am allowed to divulge this information. It's
Please do.
called.
Okay. All right.
It's called. You ready? It's
Mhm.
called The Uninsured, and it's the tales of what could happen
Mm-hmm.
if you were in a predicament without Erie Insurance by Blake Insurance Agency.
That's scary.
Ah,
That's
it
scary.
is scary. It is.
I don't like that.
That's good. Well, we may have some editing to do. That's okay. That's fine. So, Nick, have you seen anything else besides Studio 666 lately?
I also watched that Hot Ones episode. I've been watching most of the same shows that I've been just catching up on different things. I did start watching last night. I've watched the first 2 episodes of a show on HBO called Euphoria. Zendaya is in it, and Judd Apatow. Who's his wife's name? Judd Apatow is married to what is it? Leslie Mann. Thank you, Robin.
I was going to say Barbara Bush.
All right.
I have a live studio audience. Sometimes Robin just comes down here and watches.
I thought it was like an off-screen producer.
That's very cool.
Judd Apatow and Leslie Mann, whatever, their oldest daughter is in the show as well. Not as central. What? Maud Apatow is in it as well. Thank you, Maud. Yes. Anyway, it's a really, really good show. Actually, I'll shout out a podcast, a fellow podcast. I heard about it in more depth on their podcast. It's called the Top Back Podcast. When we first started out, they were nice enough to reach out to us and give us a DM and just kind of say that they enjoyed what we were doing, and that because their podcast is very similar to ours. There are a couple guys about my age in the Bay Area that they talk about basically this, pop and nerd culture, things like we do. So a lot of it might be a little more centered towards my age group because, like I said, they're a little bit younger, but they talk about a lot of the cartoons and shows and things that I grew up watching. But they were talking about how amazing the show was, and I believe the season finale of season number 2 just aired last night, so they were talking about that. So I decided I'd check it out, see what it was like. It's a very, very well done show. It is a drama. It's intense. It's very intense. It centers around Zendaya's character.
It's like fucking in the woods. Intense.
There's probably some of that.
Mm.
It centers around Zendaya's character, who is a drug addict, and the high school that she goes into, and the different people that she comes into contact with and knows, through going to school. It's probably I have trouble thinking of a show I've ever seen that is more graphic in a sexual content as this one is. It is incredible. I mean, it's very.
You clearly don't watch
Very-
enough porn.
Well, I'm saying it's not far off. I mean, really, it's in many parts. It's definitely very.
Do you see wieners?
Intense. Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. There's wieners everywhere. Oh yeah.
Do you
It's all okay. There's everything
Do you-
everywhere.
do you see booblets?
There might be some booblets.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
You-
But
You see some dirty dump trucks?
I'm only in episode 2. I wouldn't rule it out though.
Okay. Okay.
I wouldn't rule it out though.
All right.
There's definitely stuff happening with dirty dump trucks. So
Well, who doesn't love a good
Yes.
dirty dump truck?
yes. But no, it's a really good show. I would strongly recommend it. Like I said, it's a drama. There's not really much comic relief in it other than the dryness of her character.
Just like this show. Thank
Ah,
you.
you beat me to
Yes,
it.
that's right. There you go. See, you took a drink at the wrong damn
I
time.
know. Story of my life, actually.
Mhm. Yeah, sure. So yeah, Euphoria on HBO. From what I've seen so far, it's very compelling, very good, but definitely very, very graphic, very intense, and but a damn good show so far. Would recommend.
Okay. Well, would
Very good.
we enjoy it?
I don't know. I don't know what I mean. Typically, we tend to talk about a lot of comedies and things
Sure.
like that. I mean, so it's. I mean, I don't know if like I said, if it might be something that you find very compelling.
Could you compare it to the 1990s USA Network's hit drama Silk Stockings?
Oh gosh.
It's me. I haven't heard Silk Stockings in a long. That's a name I haven't heard in a
Man.
long time.
Wow.
Silk Stockings. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. La Femme Nikita.
Ooh.
There's another one for you. Yeah.
What was the goddamn one on the bikes? The
Pacific Blue.
Pacific Blue.
Pac Blue.
That's right.
Pacific Blue.
Yes.
All these shows came on after Raw. on
That's right.
USA, so
That's right.
I knew all of them. All those. Stay tuned after WWF Raw. for
Why do so
Femme
many
Nikita.
wrestling fans know really shitty 90s dramas on cable? Well,
That'd be why.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, Brian, what have you seen? What have you been watching other than the fabulous Studio 666?
in the mirror watching his muscles grow.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Beefcake, some bitch.
Mm.
That's right. Yep. I went back and retrieved that mirror from the dumpster we threw out at Megan's house. Been using that a lot.
Sure.
Nice.
Sure.
Yep. Yep. No, but I've
And
it's
bicep,
actually-
and wiener, and bicep, and wiener, and bicep.
That's right. Yep.
What is he doing to cook like this? Wow. Like, how big is he?
Bicep, and wiener, and bicep.
I know
No,
he's
he was flexing and then pointing and flexing and pointing.
I thought he was just.
That's my man.
He's huge. What a
I like-
giant
I
wiener
like-
on him.
Thank you. I like westerns, so I just pulled up Netflix the other day, and it came up in my these are popular films on Netflix, and
That's funny. My
it's-
father-in-law, who is also like 70,
Yes.
really enjoys westerns as well.
I don't know, but it's not it's
You
not a new movie
disparaging
by
the
any stretch.
Put him up.
Actually,
I
your dad's
watched,
not 70 either. I'm ripping on two people simultaneously.
No,
Your dad's not 70.
Yeah, he is.
He's like 65.
no,
He's not 70, is he?
Yeah, he's like 75.
Doesn't look a day over. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Your dad is 75.
Yeah.
Your dad's like 60 something.
My mother's 65.
See how I backpedal? See how I backpedal and make up ground?
Is there your producer?
Oh, shit,
is the
really?
producer in there?
She just poked her head around and said he just turned 75.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, on the 14th
Damn.
on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
He did, right?
Happy
Yeah.
birthday, Dad.
Don, you look great, and thanks for listening sometimes.
You know what? You should probably call
His hearing's
love
out.
it,
He can't hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
He
just what he
tries to
tells us. So
listen.
every
There's a
time we
couple
ask him, "Did you hear?" Yeah, I can't anymore. I can't hear anything. It's not you.
Yeah, that was
No.
a couple weeks ago, Dean. You probably should wish him a happy birthday.
I should.
Get a hold of your dad. Yeah. Yep.
I sent him a messenger carrier pigeon. Oh, I wonder if he got it.
You probably got it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He said, "Get off my property," and shot it.
He didn't tell you he didn't get it, right?
He didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, granted,
Well, he doesn't tell Dean anything because he doesn't talk to Dean. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Found out there's a family
All right,
vacation that nobody told me about too. So
All right. Well, I
What you
watched
gonna
the
do?
fucking Western, okay?
okay.
Jesus. No,
the westerns is
on
about
Netflix,
Jesus.
no.
Oh, I was gonna say
So
that was called Passion of the Christ.
I had not seen it.
Hey.
It's from
Yeah?
1980. Oh, yeah. There's a flashback there. I had not seen it. So
What, because you were
Silverado
there?
from yeah.
How many interruptions until Brian just quits? That's the game we're playing today on Convincing Idiots.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right.
I
All
want
right.
to hear
I'm gonna pull
about
my
this
mic away.
Western.
I'm pulling my mic away.
Laugh it up, Ty, man. Yeah.
You get no
No, but-
respect.
On today's
Silverado-
episode, how to turn your tie into a noose. Sorry, go ahead.
That's right. Silverado from 1985.
Yes.
I'd never seen this Western before. A lot of stars in it. So Kevin Kline, Scott Glenn, young Kevin Costner, Danny Glover, John Cleese.
I can't see
was
John
some-
Cleese being in a western.
He was like a sheriff from. I mean, he made mention, "I'm not from these parts" or whatever. So he
Sure.
was, he's not hiding the English accent, whatever. But it was the. If you like westerns at all, this movie was the formula of a western to the T. Yeah, two guys meet up. They, go into some town. There's bad guys in town. They wind up,
Making out.
fighting the bad guys and
Nope.
shoot out in the street, the whole bit. So if you like any type of formulaic, I was saying the term incorrectly, but if you like that type of stuff, you will enjoy this movie. And that's it. That was well
I've never
done,
even
well
heard of
shot,
this
well
movie.
acted. I don't know that I had either, and I don't know if I was into Western so much back in the 80s when I was 85. Jesus Christ, I would have been in high school then. And maybe just not quite my thing then. But anyway, I had fun. It was a nice watch.
1985. Yeah, I guess
Couple
it would have
hours.
to be 1985 if Scott Glenn was the main character. Good Lord.
Yeah. And he was good. I said it was,
Yeah, he's a good actor.
fun movie. Yeah. Other than that, I've been watching, I just kind of finished up some series that I've been trying to work through. So, Nick, you had mentioned the Only Murders in the Building. I finally finished that on Hulu.
How good was
Steve
that,
Martin.
right?
What did
I
you think?
enjoyed that very much. Steve Martin Short, and Selena Gomez, and I set it up for season 2
Mhm.
very nicely.
Mhm.
So I thought it was great. They were funny. Those two guys play well off of each other. I've been watching Walking Dead on AMC. That I started watching that series from day one. So I've watched
At this
every
point, the
season.
series
It's
itself
like
is
10
Walking Dead, right?
Kind of. It's
Yeah.
like 11 seasons, and this
Good
is
Lord.
the final season. Final season. They're doing it in 3 parts. So it's part 2 of the final season just launched a couple weeks ago. I still have a lot of fun with this series. I mean, it's like I've said before. It's the zombies are sort of there, and they are prominent, but a lot of this world they've created is what you might imagine, and it's humans are. Just what humans do to survive and try to recreate a society, and the ruthlessness, and just humans are more of the villain in this series than the actual zombies. Zombies are just sort of animated things that you have to contend with from time to time. But humans killing other humans and all that type of stuff, that is more frightening and tense than even the zombies most of the time in this series. So very well done. I've enjoyed it. They're kind of doing offshoots and different worlds in this universe. Will carry it on, but I'm still enjoying that. And I got picked back up the All of Us Are Dead, which is another very intense zombie series on Netflix. It's another South Korean series I mentioned on a couple episodes, and picked that back up and watching getting through that. So yeah, if you like zombie stuff, go check out All of Us Are Dead on Netflix. Super intense, well done zombie series. That's what I got.
Nice.
Very,
So-
very good.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So on that note, we're going to pause and take a break here. We had I thought it was a interesting social media conversation we had last week. And we're going to talk a little bit more about some social media stuff that's happening in the news of late, and see what you guys think about that. So
That sounds swell.
that's right. We'll be right back. Well, hello there. We are back on Convincing Idiots. I am a millennial. My name is Nick. I sometimes weekly like to get together with my Zennial friend Dean and my Gen X friend Brian, as seen in the squares around me.
Your
We are
name
back.
rhymes with dick.
That's true. It does. It does. Yet another popular hashtag on Instagram, if you're still here from the first segment. No, we were discussing some things that we have seen in the week past. Last week on our episode, we were talking about social media, ways that maybe it's helped, ways that maybe it's hurt our society, things like that. These two things marry into a good conversation here. As a review of mine that I didn't make this week, but the week prior, I've been following along with the Genius documentary on Netflix about Kanye West and following him through his uprising. Kanye West has been in the news as of recently. Ye has been in the news. As you may know or may have heard, Kim Ye is not doing so good. Kim has filed for a divorce. She's been dating Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live. Ye's not handling it real well. If you guys been seeing some of the stuff in the news, he's harassing her a bit. He's trying desperately to get back together with her. But as Kanye does sometimes, he doesn't handle things in the most adult ways. So it doesn't just stop at like, hey, I really think we should get back together. I'm really sorry. It comes in the form of harassing her now boyfriend and other people throughout show business.
How is he doing it, though?
Well, on social media. It started with, I don't know how, I shouldn't say it started. There's a lot of different things. He's got shit going on with a lot of different people.
Okay.
Kid Cudi, Billie Eilish, like there's a lot of balls in the air here. But
Maybe he's just bored.
And actually, I mean, part of me kind of wonders if it's not a calculated
Is this a
thing.
work?
You know what I mean? Well, sure. I mean, it's hard to see how, I guess. I don't correlate that. I don't understand how that helps anything, but maybe it does. I mean, he's been very active lately. He dropped his album Donda. It was late summer last year, and now he's come out with Donda 2, which is other songs and things like that. He did a live stream on his own. He's got his own little player out right now called a STEM player that you can stream this other album on. He's got a lot of things going on. Definitely a lot of business endeavors and things like that. He's been very successful. I don't see how it correlates. Like, why harassing your ex-wife and the mother of your children would do that for you? But
I've got a couple questions.
Top of the streaming charts and things like that. So I don't know. Is there a relation? I don't know.
Well, about this particular deal here, I've got a couple questions because I don't know anything about it. I know the players, but I don't know, anything of that's going on. So answer me this.
Okay.
He has all this stuff coming out. He's business wise, he is going about things as usual, right?
Mm-hmm.
Putting out music, putting out this. Is he a known drug taker? And I don't mean like
Well,
weed. I'm not talking about weed. I'm talking about
yeah.
like
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, he's prescription. He is
for
diagnosed.
psych meds.
Well, he's diagnosed as bipolar, and
Okay.
he's got a lot of different things going on psychologically. He definitely has clinical, mental issues, mental illnesses. So, and that's well documented, and it's nothing new. It's gone on for years now. But yes, he does. And there's been times where he's been off of pills or on pills, and it's hard to tell I don't know where he's at with all of that.
And where does his ex-wife come off on this? Does she
Well, she wants him to
say,
stop.
"Oh my god"? But no. I mean, does she publicly let it be known, or
Well,
is this just like people just assume? Or
so it was right after. I believe it was right after.
And
there
give
was
me an
that big-
example also of what he's like, something he's said or done
Okay, yeah,
to Pete whatever
Davidson. Yeah. Well, I guess he was the other day. Kanye was gloating about the fact that him and the people, his fans, followers, friends, whatever, had run Skeet, as they call him, off of Instagram because he was basically encouraging people to just comment all over his things, and if they see him in public, to yell at him and all this stuff. I mean, just crazy shit, like very childish things. So Pete Davidson deactivated his Instagram like a couple days ago, and Kanye on his Instagram screen grabbed it and said, "We ran Skeet off the gram." And so then Kim, in response to that, asked, for Pete, she's like, "You need to stop. You're going to get somebody hurt. You're gonna, this is going too far. Like, you just need to stop and leave him alone," and all this stuff. Which, I mean, there's definitely a conversation to be had about stuff like that, and it ties into the social media thing. Pete Davidson has notably struggled with mental illness himself, with depression and things like that.
So you're saying Kim has a type?
Yes.
Okay.
She likes the fixer-uppers.
You have a shot.
Yeah, see?
Right.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask. But yeah, so I mean, it's definitely anytime you're making fun of somebody's appearance, making fun of anything like that at any age, it's ridiculous. But you can at least give young kids a pass because they're not mentally mature, things like that. So, I mean, it's just uncalled for.
Okay, I'm going to take the opposite approach on this, Nick.
Okay.
With kids, I mean, kids don't have. I think I mean, yes, we dealt with it in a different way. We dealt with it face to face. Kids making fun of you, and you making fun of kids, and but kids these days get it on social media, and it can be more in your face and a little more personable because you don't have your buddies next to you going, "Oh, did you hear what he said?" And you're sitting at a computer alone in your room taking these shots, and you're alone in your head. I think that might be the difference in kids getting harassed or bullied then until up to now. Now, kids don't have the mental capacity to take it. I say, yes, mental illness is a horrible disease, and I guess bullying is not cool regardless of age. But I think the 7-year-old Dean gets called a twerp. He's gonna, all right, maybe I'm a bad example because
I say twerp. If you got your feelings hurt by twerp, then maybe you deserve
I'm
it.
I'm thinking about the 80s, you know what I mean? But no, I mean, I used humor to deflect verbal assaults from other kids. I was able to, make jokes and turn it around and whatnot. But other kids aren't going, kids aren't going to be able to take it as easy, right? Adults really should. I mean, come on, let's face it. If a 40-year-old man gets called a name and he's hurt by it, fucking suck it up, buddy.
Well, the trouble is when it's stuff like this and it's people, when you're in if you're in the realm of celebrity, people get carried away. It probably doesn't stop as just little insults. It probably turns into threats and things like. People get
different.
insane.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
That's different. if you're physically threatening violence, that's one thing. But if you're just calling me a buffoon and a turd monster, okay, bring it on. I've heard worse from better. So,
That's right. Actually, the
Yeah.
year you dressed up
Sorry.
as Chewbacca, I think you were commonly mistaken for a turd monster that Halloween.
Yeah, it
if I
was.
recall.
Actually, that's a different podcast I do about the turd monster. Whole new different subject. Never mind. Brian, what do you think?
No, you're right. I mean, it's one big difference in this situation is, like you say, it's unfortunate that you have adults that are. A lot of this is just fascinating in the sense of you have grown men that are making fun of other grown men publicly like that, and that type of form is really, mind-boggling in many respects. There,
But they're just words. Unless it's physical threats, they're just words.
The problem is too where it gets kind of dangerous too is that there's fans of Ye in this situation that you just don't know what dumb people are going to do.
Okay, I'll give you
it's
that.
very easy to rile up dumb people. We learned that a lot last year and
The 4 years before.
Sure, it's very easy. And it's that's the issue. That's sort of what Kim is speaking out to. That listen, you're riling up people, and somebody's going to take it upon themselves maybe to harm people physically. So that's where it gets dangerous.
I agree with you there.
If you're just insulting people personally, you're right. Easiest thing to do is
I
don't get on social media. Don't fight back and insult back and stuff like that. That's what a lot of folks do. But that's where this is a little bit different here. But we talked a little bit off. So is in a weird way though. I don't know. Unfortunately, this I don't know if it's fortunate. I don't know, but using social media in this respect, so Ye's out there publicly harassing his ex-wife.
Did he change it to Ye? Do we have to keep fucking calling him Ye?
Yeah, I believe it. As far as I know, he legally changed his name to Ye. I like his artist page is still like if you search Kanye West, like
don't say Kanye.
Kanye West.
We'll just keep using Kanye.
It's the same thing. It's just an abbreviation.
I'm going to legally change my name to King Dong, and you all, both of you have to from now on.
No, that would be like you changing
Dong.
your name to D or Een.
Een, okay, well that's not bad. That
Een.
I like that.
Well, we could shorten it like Brian. Brian could be Ian.
Yeah,
sure.
In a spec, right?
Yeah, sure.
Ian. I like Ian.
And
like Ian.
Nick from now on should be known as Ick.
Ick. Yeah, Ick's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
Or just
scoffing at him.
Yeah.
No, but
I was going to say is unfortunately here it's like it shouldn't happen at all. But if Kanye is going to if he's going to he's probably going to make it life tough for Kim one way or the other, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Is there a weird, I don't want to say a blessing, but is it positive in a weird way that he's out there doing this publicly? Because anything she's trying to do legally to say,
right, it's all
keep
there
this idiot away from me because it's all out there publicly.
Or that he's doing it publicly and not doing it privately. Maybe he's not texting her or driving by the house or whatever.
I can't imagine that, but yeah.
Here's my thought. He could be a lunatic in this scenario, or he could be a fucking genius. We're talking about it here. They're talking.
They didn't call his trilogy series genius for nothing, Dean. He knows what he's doing.
And I might be throwing this out. Might be maybe off pace here, but what if? Do we know that she has called the police? Do we know this?
I don't think she's called the police.
She's definitely filed stuff against him and everything. But she's trying to get
for this scenario.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Who's to say they're not fucking working together? Pete Davidson jumps off Twitter at the right moment.
Well, and that's I know it sounds
I'm just saying.
Like tinfoil hatty, but
if they're both fucking batshit crazy, why didn't the triangle of nutso get together and go, let's make some fucking money. Let's have some fun and just
Now,
fucking work the crowd.
Granted, Hollywood circles are tight, but so what has happened here? Kid Cudi, a very popular rapper from Cleveland, that Kanye found, produced his first albums, fantastic. They've been friends for a long time. They've even done a joint rap project together called Kids See Ghosts, which was also fantastic. They've been longtime friends. Now, Kid Cudi has sided with Pete Davidson over these things, which seems like if these are two people, they're maybe both your friends, but one's clearly acting irrational. That would seem to be the right course of action. You might take the side of the person who's acting rationally. But he's taken Pete Davidson's side, which has led to Kanye and Kid Cudi getting into it on Instagram and things like that over it. Pete Davidson has been around Kanye West before all of this. He told a story about he went to, I think, a loft for Kid Cudi's birthday party one year, and Kanye showed up unannounced, and it was this crazy story where he picked up the whole bill or ordered everything on the menu or something like that to kind of show off or something like that. So I don't know how long ago this was, but it's interesting you bring that up because you don't tend to think of stuff like that because we think in the real people world of if this situation had happened and someone's name calling and this and that and coming at you, that's just not
how
normal people in life would treat things. But this is not
that's how life. I think. These 3, 4, or however many people are in on it, in my opinion, are working the crowd like professional wrestlers. They are treating this like a work, and they're hooking everybody in. Everybody's, oh my God, did you hear what happened here? Did you hear what happened here? Let's call TMZ, get them to to report on this. Let's get them to report on this. Let's get everybody to talk about this. Oh, a new album's coming out? Oh, who's gonna buy it? Every fucking buddy is gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I think it's work. I believe that we are the marks in this situation.
I like to think it is because
and they have marked our backs because they know that we are suckers.
I like to think it is for 2 reasons. I am a fan of Kanye West. He does stupid shit pretty frequently, publicly, but love his music. I do think he's a genius. I think he's awesome. I would like to think that he's not bullying somebody, so there's that fold. And 2, I'd like to still think that there's hope for Kimye.
I don't know about that.
Brian, what do you think? You think it's a hoax? They're all working together, or do you think these are just rich people being insane for all of us to see?
I guess what it is. I think it's the latter. It smells like a guy that is used to getting anything he wants, and couldn't make this work. She has enough money and doesn't need him for that, to live that lifestyle, whatever she wants to do. And it just smells like
you're thinking his ego.
Oh, of course. If you think about if you're that,
it's also very plausible.
If you're that rich and powerful, you're probably not told no very often, right? So the fact that she left and is trying to move on with her life, and he just can't deal with it, and he doesn't seem he has the mental capacity to deal with it, and that's unfortunate. And that you see these type of situations far too often, even in normal life. So just fucking grow up, get a life, move on. We're only here a short time. Get over it. Stop bullying people, and shut up.
And for a third reason, and probably the most important reason, I hope it's all put on because they have children. And I would like to think that this is not an actual thing that the kids have to deal with. That sucks.
That's a real shame too. It's like because that's out there. That's the other thing too. This is all out there. So your kids are going to grow up someday, and all
North
this
and Shy don't deserve this.
Yeah, it's all public stuff out there.
Here is Dean's scenario. Denario.
Stop trying to make Denario a thing.
It's going to happen. Denario 2. It's not a work. This is real. But this isn't ego. This is simply what happens when
people stop being polite and start getting real.
Yeah.
Is that not where you were going with that?
No, it's
Okay.
not. This is what happens when rich or poor, celebrity or non-celebrity. This is what happens when a man has a wife, and we can agree, gentlemen, a pretty decently attractive wife.
Sure.
Pretty decently attractive. Like top 5.
Okay,
in the
there you
world.
go.
Yes.
So he has a hot wife. He according to his looks, he's married up, right?
Sure.
So this is what happens when said woman leaves him for the human equivalent of a trash bag covered in cat hair. And you just mentally can't take it.
I would struggle with that as well.
Thank you. Denario.
I get
2.
leaving me, but please leave me for someone that looks better,
Right.
or at least as good as.
At least if you leave you for
Now, see, but now
somebody
you're
more
bullying
attractive,
Pete.
you go,
You're
I'm
bullying
mad, but
Pete
I get
Davidson.
it.
You're bullying Pete Davidson right
Oh,
now.
I don't give a fuck. Pete Davidson, you're a grown man. Fucking suck it up, Buttercup.
You made. Let it be known
I'm only
that
you.
that Zennial Dean from Convincing Idiots made Pete Davidson delete his Instagram.
Yeah, I just don't care. He's another grown human being who should have grown human being thoughts and feelings. So I don't know.
Now, Dean, you don't even have grown human feelings and thoughts. That's a lot.
But I've read about them. I have read about them, so I understand what they look like and appear to be. And he should have them.
Okay.
Now, okay, so if I called you a garbage bag covered in cat hair,
you wouldn't.
I wouldn't, because you know.
But what about my feet that you like? Why would you say that about me?
Well, I only.
What about the
hashtag?
hashtag?
I'm just saying I'm not saying you. But you're a specimen. You're sculpted out of. All right, maybe not marble, but butter. Maybe if somebody had a clump of cookie dough.
Yeah, I like cookie dough. You made it better.
I always do.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you have the lesions on you, but looks like chocolate chips. But never mind. That's another time, another place.
All right, so
Brian, what do you think I look like?
I got to hear this.
Nick has the figure I'm thinking of, like a Louisville Slugger.
And that's only one part of him.
That's
Yep. And
he's thick.
That's right.
that thick boy.
And that leads me into another topic here. So Kanye West so hopefully it all.
Real quick. I'm sorry. I know I keep interrupting tonight, but Nick, if you're that thick down there,
yeah.
I mean, you could barely walk.
Right.
You couldn't even ride a bike. I wouldn't think. At least you'd have trouble pedaling.
Well, and that's why it's handy to not have to rely on your own power to ride a bike. In fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, but it would be very handy to use the power of electricity on your bike.
Oh, it would.
And you might be thinking to yourself, where would I find a bike
that's exactly
powered
what I'm
by
thinking.
Electricity? An electric bike, you say? Where would I even find one? Well, let me tell you what.
I don't know.
Have you stumbled upon the right podcast? Because we have just the shop for you. We have friends over at RPM Bike Shop. They are located in Carrollton, Ohio. You can simply find them by going to their Facebook page. Search for RPM Bike Shop. You can see the images of these wonderful electric bikes. Guys, when you go to RPM Bike Shop and you see these electric bikes, make sure you bring an extra pair of pants, because you are going to literally shit yourself when you see how awesome they are. You are going to shit your pants. They're fantastic.
So Nick has to bring extra pants just because of what's in between his legs. He rips the fucking pants daily.
While you're at home with all the pants you could ever desire in your drawer, hopefully, you can go to their Facebook page, RPM Bike Shop, or you can give them a call, 330-808-7792, and get on the road today on your very own electric bike from our good friends in Carrollton, Ohio at RPM Bike Shop.
All right. It's officially approved read right there, folks.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They're going to love the pants shitting part. I just know it.
That's what I said. It's an approved read. Julie said, make sure specifically
Yeah.
that you motherfuckers say
make
you're
sure
going to
you-
shit their
Yeah.
pants.
Make sure
And
you
see
talk
how
about,
great
we're
these
talking
things-
hot snakes all the way up to the waistband.
Hot snakes. That's right.
Tell them
Yep.
how hard.
So
Mhm.
we
Will flow
really
when they see
we
these
really
bikes.
enjoy the word pants. We really
Mm-mm.
enjoy the word shit. If
We
you
do.
could kind of put those in our read, that would be
Yep.
fun.
Yeah,
That's how it
for
went
sure.
down. That's how it went down.
And then Nick, just being brilliant as he is,
That's a pants shitting great read right there.
Yep.
If I do say so myself.
that is true.
All right, so a lot of good debates, a lot of good topics here tonight, guys. So
That's debatable.
That is
well,
debate. That is the greatest
debatable.
debate of them all.
it is debatable. It is debatable. All right, so we're going to let's wrap this up here, guys. A lot of good
One thing
stuff.
you can
Go
be
ahead, please.
sure of and not
That's right.
debate about at all
Right,
is
right.
where we can be found on the World Wide Web. If you type in your Google machine, Convincing Idiots, Linktree, LANK.
Now betting,
TR
convincing idiots.
That is correct. You will find all the links to our social media accounts as well as where you can listen to our lovely voices and burps. And you can
Fucking
also find that
professionals here.
information on our website, convincingidiots.wordpress.com, where you can hear us, how you can interact with us, just how to be a good friend. Okay. You go there, go to those websites, like, subscribe, read, review, comment, rate, do all of the things that you can do. Okay.
Because that helps us out a lot, actually.
It does.
That's
because
right.
if you don't do this shit, we might have a lockout here on Convincing Idiots, and you don't want that. Igor does not want that.
Mm-mm.
Look at
Igor, the puppy, who's probably not so much a puppy. He's not.
No, he's
Not,
not.
He's a
not in 40 years.
Igor,
No.
the elder statesman of this podcast, does
That's
not
right.
want that.
He
so
is.
please go like, subscribe. Igor wants it. Brian
He was
wants
there
it.
at Brian's
Dean wants
birth.
it. I want it. That's correct. So for this episode of Convincing Idiots, I am a millennial. My name is Nicholas.
I am the Zennial. And remember, no, never mind. I won't go there. Brian, sorry.
Wow, great outro.
Wow.
No, I there was a joke that shouldn't have been said. And y'all should be very proud of me that I didn't. So,
I can't wait to hear it off air.
I'm Brian, Gen X with Igor. I think he's a baby boomer as far as his age. Right, puppy? Yes, that's right.
For this episode,
what is the generation from the 1800s?
Screw you.
the generation is good boy. Hims is a good boy.
That's
So
right.
for this
He's a good
episode
boy.
of Convincing Idiots, have we convinced you, as we have been convinced, to envy Igor because he gets all the best Brian pets, because Hims is a good boy?
I'm jealous.